Judges, timers, camera ready? Dad wanted a boy, but Mom wanted a girl. You know, Mom was so big, she filled doorways. And every morning she would wake up and say, "Hello, girl, baby." Dr. Rosen told my parents that they were having a boy and even showed them the proof. But he pulled Kara out and then found me underneath. 2 beautiful girls. Congratulations. Mom said, "I don't know whose these are." Oh my God. Are they mine? And then she kissed us both on the head. When I see the word twins, what comes to mind? Mary-Kate and Ashley? Double mint gum? Zach and Cody? We tend to associate the T word with success, TV shows, and a good stick of gum. However, the sweet life of being a twin can also turn bitter. On March 1st of 2007, Krista Parravani lost her sister, her best friend, her twin, and the loss of her perfect pair nearly paralyzed her. Her, a memoir by Krista Parravani. Becoming an identical twin starts with the splitting of the egg. When the egg splits in two, one twin grows larger and stronger at the expense of the other. The small egg must fight to survive. I was the smaller twin, which meant that Kara was always ahead of me. Now Kara would take care of me and tie my shoes and wipe my nose. But there would be days where I would gaze into the mirror, and there she was. I'd smile and she'd smile back. We had the same dark hair, angular faces, knobby knees, slightly crooked teeth, nails bitten down until they bled. And we both fancied this red lipstick. Kara and I only pretended to be each other once. We were in the 7th grade and we invited our boyfriends over to watch TV. You see, the boys ignored us and ate the popcorn. Kara and I got up and went to the kitchen. These guys are lame. Let's teach them a lesson. I took my ponytail out while Kara fluffed her bangs. Then we switched shirts. We walked back into the TV room and I sat down next to Kara's boyfriend while she sat next to mine. Kara's boyfriend yawned and put his arm around my shoulder. My boyfriend put his hand on Kara's thigh. I stood up. "You're dumped! That's my sister!" The boys were stunned. One of them said, "Whatever, it's the same chick anyway." And they left. In October of 2001, something terrible happened to my sister. Kara was raped in the woods while walking her dog. One of the consequences of rape is that she was afraid of being alone. She needed me with her all the time. She asked me to stay with her. I did. I was away from my classes at NYU and away from my friends. But by the new year, Kara was ready to brave the world again. Kara had started seeing a therapist. Dr. Parravani had prescribed anti-anxiety medication for her. But, Kara was over-medicating. I remember calling Dr. Parravani. This is Krista Parravani, Kara Parravani's sister. I'm calling because Kara's taking too many of the pills you prescribed for her. She orders extra pills on the internet. There was never any reply. Doctor-patient confidentiality. That year, Kara binged on pills and cocaine. And that year, she checked herself into rehab centers and mental hospitals. She would always eventually be released, and she would say, I am glad to be alive. And at first, she did seem better. After a few weeks, I could tell that she was high. I'm not really sure how long after the rape Kara started using heroin. She hid it well. She had designed a garden to conceal the evidence of her addiction. She got tattoos. She marked her right forearm with a purple iris, whose petals became the target for the heroin-filled needles. On her left arm, a tulip, both of our grandmother's favorite flowers. She'd check into a hospital after I'd find her unconscious or after another suicide attempt, telling me that she was glad to be alive. Look, I don't know if I believe in the intuition of twins. The knowing feeling or knowledge of the whereabouts or pains of a double have always just seemed impossible to me. I don't know how I knew, right? I just did. I just knew. I was driving east on Canal Street in Massachusetts, and I saw the words "Mom Home" flashing on the display, so I passed my phone to my husband, Jedediah. I think Kara just died. I answered, spoke to my mother. It was quiet. She's dead, isn't she? He told me to pull the car over. A few days later, at Kara's funeral, I just stood at her casket and received her mourners. Red roses arranged in the word "sister" were on an easel behind me. Clear glass vases filled with flowers were everywhere. Flowers. There were pictures of Kara at 3 feeding the baby goat at the zoo, at 5 jumping down on her bed, and at 17 smiling for the camera before prom. If you're a twin, you're going to watch yourself live 2 lives, yours and hers. But you see, I would gaze into this mirror twinless. I wanted to chase my sister into the afterlife. Kara! No. Kara's reflection became a warning that I would become like her on the other side of this looking glass if I wasn't careful. Kara was always ahead of me. She was born first, she lived first, and she died first. But I promised myself I would not turn out like that. because I am not Cara. I used to be a twin. I am Krista, and I am the body left standing.